7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, good evening, everybody. So I wanted to bring up this topic. Okay, Ooh, I'm watching YouTubers, I'm watching people, and I'm going to say this right now. It is not about the movie. This is not about the movie, folks. This is about children. This is about women that have been sex trafficked, that have been human trafficked, that horrific things have happened to them. And I want to say this: there's statistics out, right, that show it's 480,000 children a year go missing. Another one says 880,000 children go missing a year. What the hell? If it's 480,000 children, let's just take that number. That's a 500,000 children that go missing every year. Where are they? Why are they missing? What happened to them? That's my question. And I want to say this, that, so many people just, they don't get it. They don't get it. I have a sister, and I've talked about this before. So this is subject just makes me just cringe. And the thing is that, yeah, Darcy, her name is Darcy. Let's not forget their names. Let's not forget who they were. What happened to her? What happened to her? See, I've talked about it a couple times. I haven't talked about it a lot. It freaking gets to my freaking heart. It freaking tears me up. But this is Darcy. Darcy was a real person. She was a beautiful lady. This is Darcy. Darcy's a real person. She's a real person. And she had a lot of problems. And a lot of things happen. And the thing is why is everybody getting so hooked up on the dang movie that they're forgetting the point? It doesn't matter who the movie is. It doesn't matter that if you think the people behind the movie are Freemasons, that they're part of the cartel, that they're part of this or that. What matters is, where are the kids? Why are the kids missing? Like, seriously. That's the question. And it's crazy that people are getting stopped from going to this movie, that it's become so freaking political instead of what the point is. And the point is they brought light to a very harsh subject that people like me, I get really pissed off and upset about it. Think about this. No matter what you think about the movie, it's real faces, it's real people that have lost their child, that have lost their sister. My sister was only 40 years old when they found her dead. My sister had been sex trafficked. My sister was taken to a very strange place in Utah where she gave birth to a baby. They gave her money. They put her up in an apartment, and they sent her across the country, across the world actually, to St. Croix. When they knew that she hadn't came from St. Croix, they knew she didn't live in St. Croix. Why were they involved in paying for her ticket one way to St. Croix? Makes you wonder, who's behind these things? Who's really behind them? And why would a adoption center send her to St. Croix? When she arrived in St. Croix, I got a phone call. She was super excited. She thought she was going to have things different and better. The adoption center helped her get there. Within about a week, things changed drastically. People showed up. a man and a woman showed up. And when they showed up to the apartment she was staying in, they told her she couldn't leave the apartment any longer. She snuck out a few times and called me. She, also, the FBI was involved. The U.S. Marshals were involved, thanks to my dear, dear friend in Chatham, Alabama. And we got the U.S. Marshals involved. And I want to tell you this part of Darcy's story. She ran and she hid at a woman's center because Darcy had just had a baby at the adoption center. She had it by C-section. This man and this woman brutally beat her up. They kicked her. They tore open her C-section by brutally beating her. And then on top of that, they started Facebooking me. They stole and took account of her Facebook. And the Facebook messages and pictures weren't very nice. They told me that they took my sister on a long boat ride, if any of you know what that means. And we didn't hear from Darcy for 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, until she called me from a woman's center and I got the U.S. Marshals involved. Then Darcy was so petrified. She was in the corner of her room at the woman's shelter. They said, KJ wants to talk to you. She said, it can't be KJ. It can't be. Ask KJ a question. Ask him this question. I answered the question, and the question freaked her out even more. And she cried, huddled in the corner. And they said, is there anything that you can say that she'll know that it's you? And I said, yes, tell her this. And she got on the phone with me. When that man took over her Facebook, he was sending me pictures of my sister's legs beaten to a bloody pulp. He told me that he knew where me and Dragonflies were. He told me that he was going to come because we wouldn't leave Darcy alone. He told me many things that day. And Dragonflies knows it. I never cried so much in my life. I stepped outside of our RV and I lost it. These are true stories. And that's bullshit. It's not about that dreaded seeker. And I don't care who gets pissed off tonight. It's not about the freaking movie. It's not about Tim Ballard. It's not about none of that. The truth is that every single day children go missing. Every single day people get human trafficked. Every single day. How do you lose 480,000 kids on a low end and they just disappear? They just disappear. The truth is, my sister was human trafficked. The truth is that me and my sister were very close, and I was the only one that always cheered her on because she was the black sheep. Oh, because she was hooked on drugs. Or was she? Or did someone give her those drugs? It's about the kids, people. It's not about the effing movie. It's not who's behind the movie. It's about the message of how many kids have been sex trafficked, how many women have been sex trafficked, and how many of them will never, ever see their families again. And that's the truth. I watched a big channel, and boy, he's sucking it up for the damn views. He wants to say, oh, well, it's this about Tim and that about Tim. It's not about Tim. Let's get the point. The point is it's about the kids. We need to save and rescue the kids. That's what it's out. That's what it's all about. So somebody that we don't like or we don't agree with or whatever, that's the problem in this country. Nobody can agree on shit. So the problem is we don't agree. Maybe he has something bad in his past. Whatever. Maybe the Freemasons may have a little to do with it. Well, gosh, if that's the case, the Freemasons have a lot to do with the whole country. The whole bottom line is it's about the kids. And the whole bottom line is this country, if we can't see that this country, when they opened up the southern border, why were men and little kids coming across the border? And why did so many of those little kids go disappear? Why? That's the question. And that's the truth, Lori. People are saying that Tim Ballard did this and Tim Ballard did this. Who gives a shit about Tim Ballard? Who gives a shit about the movie? The thing is people are trying to stop the movie. They're trying to break it down so that it comes out that it's not good. It's not right. I don't give a shit about the movie. I give a shit about the kids. I give a shit about my sister who lost her life on her 40th birthday. That's who I care about. That's who I care about. And until we can all start doing something instead of just freaking talking. I don't know. Everybody wants to be so damn divided about everything. And it's a damn shame. But I am going to pull up Darcy's picture because I want you to put a face. I want you to put a face with the name I'm saying. I want you to see Darcy. This is Darcy. That's Darcy. That's Darcy. That's my baby sister who died because of these monsters. That's my sister. Do you see her face? Put a face to it. You all know me for 2 years, 2+ years. That's her. She's dead. She's dead. She's gone. So the next time you want to talk about it's about the freaking movie, think about Darcy's because they're out there. They're everywhere. And people want to be so judgmental. And you're in the grocery store and someone doesn't smell good or they don't look good enough for you. Well, fuck you. Fuck your fucking bullshit. These are real people. Real people. People that have lost their lives because of fucking monsters. And can you imagine? Darcy fought for 39 years. And I don't know what year it happened to her. I just know how her life ended. I don't know when all the shit really started with her and when they really got her as a possession, right? But I want to say this. That's a real face. That's my sister. And she's dead. They brutally beat her. They raped her. They got her hooked on Oxycontins. They fucked with her head. They fucked with her mentality. And they fucked with her spirit. And can you imagine being a little boy or a little girl that couldn't fight like Darcy did? And Darcy fucking fought. She fought. She sure the fuck did. It's not about the movie. It's not about the movie. It's not about the producers or the actors. It's not about none of that. When you have something like this happen, yeah, she was my half sister. When you have something like this happen in your family, it will never leave your soul. You will never forget it. So the next time you see somebody in the gas station or somebody that doesn't, they seem like they're on drugs. Oh, that chick's on drugs. Let me videotape her. That shit's funny. Fuck you. Quit being a fucking idiot and fucking realize that maybe she's in a bad spot. Maybe she's in a really bad spot that she can't escape, that she can't get away. And even if she does get away, like Darcy often did, she was a runner. And that's why she got the shit beat out of her. That's why me and Dragonfly seen pictures of her with her legs and her C-section completely busted open because of these brutal, non-caring human traffickers. So I'm going to say this. Don't be sorry for me. The next time you see a woman or a child out somewhere and things seem a little wrong, Maybe get involved. Maybe speak up. Maybe do something. Maybe fucking do something. And she was a fighter, Hooga Hooga. She ran so many times. And the crazy thing was, she changed her hair color. She changed her identity. She changed her name. And they always found her. She was like this possession. And I am going to say this because it's fact, it's true, is that when she was in St. Croix, the men that had her were Russian. And that's a fucking fact. That's a fact. And the one young boy that they used as a decoy, well, he was American. He's the one that got her. Oh, it's okay, Darcy. We're gonna have an apartment, and we can live in St. Croix, and everything it'll be wonderful. I'm here to help you. Yeah, yeah, you're right, dreaded seeker. And I can't imagine what they do to the children. I've seen videos I could never show on YouTube. I can't even show the pictures of what they did to Darcy on YouTube because y'all would. Don't say sorry to me. Don't say sorry to me, please. It's not about me. Yeah, I get a little emotional. Hell yeah, it was my sister. Was. But don't say sorry to me. The next time you decide to be a judgmental asshole, take a look in the mirror and think about all the Darcys in the world. And then think about all the little boys and girls that can't even fight. They can't even run. They can't put up a fight. And where are they? Where are 480,000 children? I looked at 3 different websites of statistics, and the statistics are all over the place. See, they can't even get that fucking lie straight. And let me tell you another true factual story. In Houston, Missouri, I talked to a lady there, client of mine, customer, and there was big people in the government in Houston, Missouri that were involved in this. A little girl who was put into a protective service adoption, not adoption, a foster home, right? A foster home. And they put her in a foster home. Well, some reason the little girl didn't come to school anymore and didn't come to school. And finally somebody reported it. And so they sent out the police. And thank God it was good officers, not some corrupt some. When they got there, they found the little girl. She was chained in a shed like a freaking animal. And they had been letting men come there and rape her. Another true story. And that's local here in Missouri. And that just, it wasn't even 6, 7 months ago that my customer told me that. But, you all got to realize that we're in a battle of good versus evil. And it's not about the movie. It's about the people. And they're killing our kids. They're killing them. And I hope that each and every one of you today, when you leave here, that you think about Darcy. And that if you missed it and you're just coming in, I hope you back it up and you take a look at Darcy's beautiful face. She was a beautiful, beautiful person that was tormented. May she rest in peace. And may all of us, everybody that is here tonight, and people that see this in the future, that we never stop. I'm sorry to hear that. And it happens every day. And we're in a fight for our lives. We're in a fight for our children. And I hope that each and every one of you, if you've been a victim, my heart goes out to you. If you've been raped or abused, my heart goes out to you. Be careful. Watch your kids. Make sure you talk to your kids about everything and anything. Don't let mainstream tear us apart and get us focused on the wrong things. Let's get focused on the right things. And the right things is we're in a battle of evil versus good, and we keep losing more and more. God bless each and every one of you. Don't forget Darcy's. And don't forget Darcy. Don't forget her face. That's all I got to say tonight. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon, my friends. Everyone take care. I just had to get it off my chest. God bless y'all.
When I wake, I know you are with me. In the dark, I can almost see you clearly. Every day, you're singing over me. Like water, my love runs free. Oh, there is nothing